Hello, good afternoon, everyone.
Hi, everyone.
Okay, so friends, family, right here in the Philippines, in the US, and globally, wherever you might be. So here we are, day 3, and our topic today is why did we choose network marketing as a vehicle for our business?
Exactly.
So I've got here my partner. We've been married for 40 years now, and we constantly are just amazed at how this business is compared to what we used to do. So let me just take you back a little bit. I talked in my first video about the different businesses that we were in. So at the very start of our career, with our married life, I mentioned that I was always around business, so I wanted to be a business entrepreneur. So I was into the catering business, restaurant business. We had a bridal and formal shop, 2 of them, and we had, my gosh, about 20 plus employees. And then, let me see, what else did we do? Then we had the real estate investing business.
Yes.
And then when we came to the Philippines, we had beauty salons, hair salons. We had a restaurant business as well.
Real estate holdings.
Real estate holdings. And we also had like a little convenience store business. So that's why David and I know, can give you the value of what traditional business is like versus network marketing. So we're going to talk about the difference. I enjoyed what I had with the traditional business, but once you know what leverage means, and that's what David's going to be talking about, once you know what that is, you're going to take a look at business totally differently, because the traditional business is everything basically depends on you.
Yeah, whether it's a product or a service.
Whether it's a product or service, or, of course, there are those big businesses like the big department stores. They've used leverage, but I'm just talking about the traditional things that we, families that would engage into different businesses like restaurants, hair salons, dress shops, things like that. So I am here to share with you the difference of both, because we've been there. And that's why David and I are very passionate about sharing what it is that we know. So again, now I'll have David talk about the difference and why network marketing. All right, David.
Let's talk about network marketing in the sense that I like to call it leverage, exponential, residual income. Now, those are 3 big words: leverage, exponential, and residual income. What do I mean by that? Residual is something you could do, maybe sell a product or a service one time, but get paid month after month, year after year for that. That's true residual income. You can do that in different ways. You can do it in business, you can do it in real estate, and there are other passive ways of doing it. But also, I like to think of it as, what can I do for the biggest bang for my buck? In other words, what can I do to get the biggest return on my ROI, return on equity? That's where exponential and leverage income come into play, because exponentially you want your money to grow. You want your businesses to grow, whatever that may be that you do. And how do we do that? Well, think about exponentially, thinking about how can you make your money grow and grow faster with leverage. With leverage, let me give you an example. If I were to offer you a job today, working, and let's say I would pay you $2,000 a month, or I can give you 1 cent and double that 1 penny every day for the next 30 days. Which one would you choose as a salary? Most people, 99 out of 100, would choose, well, I'll take the $2,000. But what they fail to look at is what exponential growth can happen, what leverage can happen. If you do that for 30 days, that penny will double into $10,700,000 in 1 month. Think about the power of exponential growth through leverage. Leverage is a means by which we do the business. How do we do business? Through network marketing, and that's with Relive. Through leverage, you can do something one time. You can help somebody learn. You can help somebody make money, and you also make money while you're helping them. And there's no greater feeling than that. And because of leverage, you can grow your business exponentially.
Wow, very well said. And that was the one thing I didn't know, I didn't realize when I was younger, in my younger days, when I was working the bridal business and the restaurants and the catering business. Everything depended on me and my hands. If I wasn't there to show up for work, there was no income. If I didn't turn the key to open up that business, I wasn't there, there was no income. So I was tied, basically. That business owned me. So now what David was saying, and he taught me what leverage meant, then I understood it. And once I understood what leverage and exponential growth meant, wow, I looked at my business so differently since then on. So that's when I researched more about leverage and how do people get into a business that is leverage? How do they do this? How do they do that? So as I learned, and what I was exposed to in the US was the real estate investing. But the first thing that was exposed to me that I learned about was network marketing.
Exactly.
And it was my first experience during that time. I loved it. It was something different because I was surrounded by people that were fun-loving. They had their goals. They were excited about their future.
Like-minded people, right?
Like-minded people. And they were always talking about positive things. And again, I mentioned that's part of the development, the personal development that you will earn and get and receive as a byproduct when you surround yourself with all of these positive thinking people. And they were making income, and that was when I understood what residual income meant and what that leverage was all about. See, I had to experience it. David taught me and he showed me books. I read books about it, but until I felt it and until I actually realized it because of the work that we did, it was amazing. So ever since then, I got excited, and then I couldn't wait to sell the businesses that we had because the love, the passion that I used to have for it totally changed because I then saw there's leverage and residual income. And then it made me realize. So thank you for that, David.
You're welcome, dear.
Okay, so ever since then, I got very excited about network marketing and then real estate. So you heard what the real estate business was like for us yesterday when I shared that. So what I'm going to talk more about today is network marketing and why we chose this vehicle compared to any other businesses since we've had the experience. So now I want to talk about network marketing because it's beautiful. Who was it that created network marketing, David? I mean,
well, I've always given credit to our Jesus.
Oh, of course, yes.
He went out and recruited 12, and one of those were bad.
Yeah, you're right. Everybody knows that story,
Yeah,
right?
Exactly.
There you go. That's
He was
good.
the greatest networker of all time.
That's right. How he prospected and recruited, to join his team.
He got 12, and one of those were bad. But look what those other 11 did and who they replaced him with.
Exactly. So, and again, in business, you'll come across some ups and downs, and what network marketing industry is going to teach you is your resiliency, meaning how you can basically, you may be down a little bit for something, but it's going to lift you back up because of the people that you surround yourself with. So let's talk about vehicle. In anything, whenever we talk about travel, to get from point A to point B, we got to have a vehicle, right? Right. So when I came from the Philippines the first time, went to America, I had to be in a plane. I couldn't walk to it. So again, that was one vehicle. So we know about boats, trains, tricycles, jeepneys, taxis, you name it, all kinds of vehicles that we have. So in business, there has to be a vehicle as well. You got to have that vehicle in order for you to fuel that business, okay? So, like for a beauty salon, the business in beauty salon, that would be the hair cutting business. So again, in network marketing, David and I chose Relive International. And why is that? I'll share that with you at a later time, but just want to share with you that in business, you got to have a product. You got to have a product, because that product is what's going to generate that income. And the product has to be good in order for it to generate residual income. It has to work. It's got to be good.
In our case, it's life-changing.
Absolutely.
Life-changing.
Yes, and another video, I'd like to talk a little bit about the health products and the life-changing results that David and I were able to get with this product. And I'll share my mom's story. My gosh, she's 90 years old. She celebrated her birthday 3 days ago, and she's in the U.S. right now, and she's even probably watching us right now. You know, it's 2 o'clock in the morning, but my gosh, her health is amazing.
Amazing.
She's able to do things, travel on her own, eat anything she wants to because of these products. So at a later video, I'll talk about that. But right now, a business has to have products. So the Relive company that we are been part of for 20 years, has the product that changes people's lives. It's consumable. And when you have a product that is consumable, a business with products that are consumable, you're going to have reorder and repeat reorders. That's going to generate
month
residual.
After month, year
month after month.
Year after year.
Exactly. That's going to generate that kind of residual income that David and I have talked about.
Yes.
Now, as a business, there's always a startup cost. It's an investment. So the startup cost in owning a Relive business is so minimal. You know, depending on what country you're from, it's anywhere from about $30 US all the way up to maybe about $60, depending on what country.
Which country, yes.
Right, here in the Philippines, it's a little bit more, right close to $60, because it does have products to come
But
along
what
with
a low
it.
startup cost for a potentially multi-million monthly business.
Exactly.
Potentially, yes.
And some things that you're going to have to look for when you're looking at a network marketing company is, what are their products like? Are their products effective? Are they safe? Can anybody take these products? And are they a member of the Direct Selling Association?
DSAP in the Philippines.
DSAP in the Philippines, Direct Selling Association of the Philippines, and in the U.S., we are a member of the DSA.
Yes.
So very important things that you have to look at. So when David and I looked at this company, wow, everything was there. Everything that we were looking for, the checklists that we were looking for, was all there. So again, you know, the products were just phenomenal. I can talk endlessly about the products. So now let's go back talking about why network marketing. Now, what are the benefits when you own a network marketing business? Okay, number one, there's no employees, right?
Love that.
Very low startup cost.
Very low.
You don't have rentals, okay? You don't have, I mean, you work it out of your home. You got a home and you're paying for electricity anyway and your Wi-Fi. You got to have that anyway. So use it for your business. You got to have a laptop for other things that you do. So use it anyway.
And you don't even have to stock inventory if you don't want to.
Exactly. Because right now, Relive Philippines, the country where we're in right now, has a wonderful system right now that can help you when you get started, to where your products are ordered and it gets shipped to your customers. And guess what? Whenever your products are shipped to your customers, there's income that's being earned.
That's right.
So again, there's no employees and you own your own time, guys. When I owned the bridal industry, the business, I loved it. But the big weddings and the events were always happening on weekends.
But the business owned you.
It did. I couldn't go out and enjoy the weekends with the family, with the kids. And I would have to leave David alone with all the 5 kids and doing all the events and extracurriculars that they would have to do on weekends. And I didn't have that. So that was one of the sad things that I had, the experience that with network marketing, you own your own time. You basically call your own shots. You don't have a boss that will basically dictate to you when you can take off and when you don't. And you know, let's go back to the food industry. I was in the food industry as well. I loved it, loved to cook, loved to create things. But again, if I'm the only one responsible for all of that, what's going to happen if, you know, my hands, for some reason, I don't know, get hurt, get sick, arthritis maybe, or something? How can I perform if everything depended on my hands?
We're out of business, right?
We're out of business overnight. So you see where I'm getting at? So I've shared a lot of the benefits with you and that residual income. So residual income, it's a one-time work that you do today that will pay you forever, for the rest of your life. David and I have been with Relive for 20 years. We have never missed one paycheck, 1 month of no income.
20 plus years.
20 plus years.
Every month getting paid.
Exactly, exactly. And that's what residual income meant. Now, I had a friend that said, well, Maria, owning real estate properties can also give you residual income. Right, David?
And that's true. It can.
That's true. It can.
But look at the cost involved in buying real estate.
Exactly.
Look at the risk involved if you're in a down market.
Exactly. So what we experience in our real estate, I mean, millions of dollars were spent on those real estate properties. When we look back, where is it now?
Exactly.
Where is it now? I talked about how we went bankrupt. So that meant no properties existed. So thank goodness we said yes to Relive 20 years ago.
It's never let us down.
And it has never let us down. You've
Never.
got the company that will back you up and support you all the way. It's a global business.
Yep, internationally.
International. I mean, how wonderful is that? You get to be at home. You create your own time in your own hours. You work it from home anywhere you are. You can travel as long as you've got Wi-Fi and your cell phone with you. You can travel and you can do the business and you get paid from 12 different countries, wherever you are. For example, like in our case, we're living right here in Cebu. We're being paid from 7 different countries. And Relive right now operates in 12 countries. And I know it's just growing every year to whatever country they may be opening up. But start something right now, right here.
Start
because
where you're at.
the opportunity is right here waiting for you. And I'm so excited sharing about this, talking about this, because again, as I mentioned in my first video, I was once a mom that was a stay-at-home mom that had to budget everything. And I know what that's like. But now, 20 years later, the income that's been generated since day one is just non-comparable, no comparison to what we've ever done in all of our business lives. So again, thank you, David, for talking about,
You're welcome.
you know,
Glad to
Relive,
share.
yes, the leverage and why we should do network marketing. And I know it's not for everyone. I know that, and that's okay. So David and I are sharing what our experience has been, and maybe the timing might be right for you. Maybe it's not. I don't know. But if you have questions, you know where to find me.
Exactly.
Just message us, and we'll be happy to talk to you a little, differently about how to get started. But do something.
Do something. Whether it's
Do
Relive,
something.
whether it's anything, be blessed.
Right, because today, especially today, what's been happening globally, if you rely on just one income source, you're going to be in trouble. Because we don't know how stable that company is. The company you've worked hard for so many years. And with what happened globally, a lot of companies have shut down. So where does that leave you and your family?
We have a new normal now.
Exactly. So you still have a family to take care of, rent to pay, mortgage to pay, things like that. So take a look at the industry that we're in, network marketing, because it's such a beautiful industry, and the products check out the products. I mean, if you're involved in a different network marketing company right now, my hat is off to you, because then you know what we're talking about. But if some of you are still looking and may not know where to start, how to begin, ask us. You know, and you may find a different company for you. You got to fall in love with the company that you're with, because that's where the passion comes in. Okay, you can't really think about, oh, I'm going to make a lot of money joining a network marketing company, if you're not passionate about the products. And you've got to be product of the product. You must be taking the products in order for you to continue a business and share the blessings, share how you feel, share what it is to live a life of no limits, right, David?
Exactly.
That's what Relive is all about. It's no limits. It's owning your own life and owning your own time. So this basically wraps up what we wanted to share today.
Another wonderful segment, right?
I know, exactly. Right.
Yes.
And
we want to challenge you to be a blessing to somebody else today.
yes, because that's what this company will do, this Relive company. Once your life is blessed abundantly, then you get to bless so many more lives.
And that's really what it's all about.
And that's what it's all about. And that's a paycheck that you cannot cash. Really, we have a saying in Relive, it's a checks of the heart. It's because you cared enough to share, and you get paid. I mean, what a beautiful thing, right?
Exactly.
You share what you love, and then you earn income. And then everybody gets to earn the income. And you deserve it. Why not? Because guess what, guys? We all have to work anyway.
Yep.
Why not work for yourself? You know, we all have to work. So work for yourself.
Why not let us work for you?
Oh, there you go. Now that's another story. That's another
I
video,
know.
how that can happen. So
That's right.
our topic for tomorrow is, why should we have a second income? Why is it important?
Diversification is what I call it.
There you go. And we're going to talk about that. So guys, this is all for today. Have a great and wonderful
Be blessed.
afternoon, and make the most of it. And we'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bye.